Good afternoon and welcome to the Sheff United Way live stream watch-along of Millwall versus Sheffield United. My name is Noah Snyder of the red half of Sheffield, and I am joined, as always, by Mr. Chad Jarvis. How you doing there, Chad?
Oh, not bad. I'm pretty well. You did welcome the guest to good afternoon, and I'm like, oh yeah, it is afternoon time over. Well, yeah, it is afternoon time. It's still morning time over here, and I was like, man, it's pretty early for you. I'm good. How are you, Noah?
I'm doing all right for it being 6:30 a.m. You know, not getting much sleep last night either because I was out a little late. Went rollerblading last night, but it's the weekend. It is an FA Cup weekend, and I had the pleasure of watching football with you this morning, Chad. So I'm doing pretty well. How about you? Everything good?
It's not bad. I just got done as we led up to this, and we jumped on about 15-20 minutes before we had to go live. We just finished up watching the early kickoffs in the FA Cup, and I was watching none other than good old League Two, Northampton Town and Salford City were playing. And you quoted by saying only you, Chad, would watch a League Two game on a Saturday morning.
Especially on an FA Cup Saturday morning.
Yeah, I mean, like I was telling you, I was just jumping around all over the place, and this is the cool thing, especially ours is an all championship fixture, but you also have teams like Tottenham were playing Portsmouth this morning. You had Preston play Huddersfield. So there's not too many of the big boys going to the Minnows away grounds, but it's going to be popular in the 10 o'clock window. The only thing is the Blades are playing in the 3 p.m. window for everybody watching over in England. But yeah, I like it because you get to see the small guys go up against the big boys, and every once in a while you get a cup set, and I'm into that. This is the part of the competition that I like, the third and maybe fourth rounds. After that, it kind of gets like diluted because you have all the big boys usually are there. Once it gets past, I don't know, the fifth, sixth round, then it's like no fun. But these early rounds are the cool rounds that I enjoy.
Yeah, I enjoy these rounds as well. I mean, it's always fun to watch Premier League teams going up against either a League Two team or a League One team. And then, we still have a couple of National League teams in the FA Cup at this point. And then, of course, you have a bang average championship fixture like Millwall versus Sheffield United. And I mean, the thing, and I said this on our podcast like a few weeks ago when the FA Cup draw happened, it's always kind of a bummer when you're drawn against a team, not only that you play on a semi-consistent basis, but that you've played in the FA Cup in the last 3 years. Because I think we all remember, was it in 2020 that we played Millwall in the FA Cup? I'm pretty sure it was that first season in the Premier League that we played Millwall at the Den too, which is like also crazy. We didn't even get the reverse of that fixture. And I think we won that game. And I want to say, I can't remember who scored. I can for the life of me, if you remember who scored in that game, because I think it was 2-0, if I remember correctly.
I breathe. Yeah, it's been so long since let's see, the last time.
3 years. It's been 3 years.
Yeah. So January 25th, almost 3 years to the date, we beat them 2-0. Oh, you'll never. I remember this now when I
Mo Besic. Besic scored one of the goals.
Yeah.
And let's see. It was a midfielder. It was a midfielder as well, right?
Midfielder, yes. I'll give you a hint. I didn't like him until now.
Norwood.
Yeah. Easy.
Norwood and Mo Besic. All right.
Two random scores in a 2-0 win for the Blades at the Den in 2020. Yeah, that was that was before COVID.
I remember being sat at the pub watching that game And I asked the bartender to put it on, and he was like, "Really?" And I was like, "Yeah," because at the time I didn't have the community of LA Blades, and it was just me kind of sat there watching the game. But hopefully we can repeat, that result today. I'd quite enjoy that.
Yeah. I'd be okay if it was just it's gonna go over bad, but on the chat, but I'd take a loss to get us out of this cup.
Well, let's talk about that a little bit. I mean, obviously the focus is staying in a promotion position, but I mean, I always like to see a long cup run, and I said this on the podcast this week. But it's always fun when we get into like the 5th, 6th round and go on a little cup run. I mean, why do you want to see us go out, Chad?
I just think because, as you alluded to in the podcast, if we draw this game, then we have to have another replay. We have to have more fixture congestion, and I'm so worried about us going up to the Premier League that I just kind of want us out of the cup. If we can get through this, okay, now I'm going to sound like a hypocrite. If we can get through this and go, like, the whole thing is I don't want to have to go and play a replay, because then that's added fixture congestion down the road, because I think in towards the end of the month and into February, we're going to start playing 3 games a week, Saturday, Tuesday, Saturday. We're going to start playing that. We're getting back to that schedule. So this is just going to compact it even more if we have to face Millwall again, or say we make it out of this round and whoever we play next, we draw with them and got to play another replay. So further down the road, it's just fixture congestions. That's more chance for injury, and it just, in the long run, I don't want it to hurt our end game at the end of the day. That's why I'm okay with us making a run, like you said, but on the other hand, I would like to see us out so we don't have to worry about any added injuries, any extra games, blah blah blah.
And here's the thing: if this was a midweek cup game, like squished in between 2 championship fixtures, I might take a little bit more issue, especially considering the lineup that we've selected, and we've, spoiler alert, Hecky selected a relatively strong lineup. So, but the fact of the matter is that we don't play for a week. Yeah. So I'm fine putting out the team that we put out here. And I mean, we should just go ahead and talk about the team that Paul Heckingbottom has selected. So Davies in net, Enda Stevens, Jackie Long throw, Egan, Bash, Bogle, Doyle, Norwood, McAtee, and Jaye and Jebison. That's a strong team. Yeah, with the exception of Anel Ahmed Hadzic and Sander Bedge, that's probably one of the strongest teams that we could possibly put out, right?
Yeah.
And Fodderingham, of course.
Yeah, and West. But I mean, yeah, it's kind of the lineup that we predicted on the pod. I mean, we need squad rotation and then some minutes for like Doyle and McAtee to keep their form going. And I don't think those players will play the full 90. As you can see, the bench is very fruitful with all the youth. I think we will make some big changes. Probably, we'll probably wait till the 85th minute to make all of them, but we should make them about 60 minutes because, I mean, judging on the team right now, Hecky's probably going to go for it. And if we're winning, or does he put the youth on, or does he stick with the lineup and just kind of see it out? Or in like, on the other hand, what if we're losing? Is that when we just dump all the youth on and just say, here, go have it, go play?
Get some minutes. Yeah. I think I think either way, winning or losing, unless it's a very, very tight game and either we're up 1-0 or they're up 1-0, I think we go for it. But look, if we're winning or losing 2-0 at any point in this game, especially in the second half, I can easily see Hecky just, pulling off some of the big boys and putting on the kids.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I mean, that's a probably a what will happen, but
Yeah.
I'm kind of I'm still on the fence, man. I'm still really on the fence how I feel about this game. I would much rather, because if we were to get knocked out at this round, and there's other teams that progress, if we were supposed to have a fixture on that weekend of the fourth round, we might get an extra week off too. We get more added rest, chance for people to come back.
Yeah. No,
That's what I also got to look at that too.
I don't disagree with you, Chad, but at the same time, it's the FA Cup,
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, if we're talking about the League Cup or the Carabao Cup,
Yeah.
I don't care as much about that. I don't care about that cup.
Yeah, the Carabao no one cares about cup. Yeah.
Yeah. But this is the FA Cup. I mean, this is the original cup. It's important, I don't know. For me, that's just my humble opinion personally. This is the one cup that I care about. It's the one that I want to see us do well in. I know the goal is promotion, but at the end of the day, this is a competition that I love and I look forward to every single year.
Yeah, me too.
So why don't we talk a little bit about the Millwall team?
Millwall.
In that Millwall, as they say. We got Biakowski in net, McNamara, Wallace, Hutchinson, Bradshaw, Cresswell, Shackleton, Bennett, Volksammer, Saville, and George Honeyman. And
your favorite.
If you've listened to our podcast, you know how I feel about George Honeyman.
I think I do have one of his shirts when he played for Sunderland in my closet in there.
Oh my God.
Honestly, I forgot. I didn't even think to bring it out and just pop it up because he was such a good player back when Sunderland were in League One. But yeah, I think I do because the year he got sent to Hull, I bought his shirt, and immediately after I bought his shirt, they sent him to Hull. I was like, well, I just jinxed that.
the Chad curse right there.
Yeah, I'm hoping Ndiaye doesn't leave now because that's who I have on the back of this shirt.
Yeah, and it was really due to that game that we played at Hull last season that he just got on my nerves so much. And I cannot say on broadcast what I actually think of George Honeyman, but most importantly, Cooper on the bench. So that's good news for us, right?
Yeah, I mean, we don't have to worry about him, but you like to think he'll probably come on at some point and get 4, 5, 6 goals against us. He'd just come on and just absolutely beat us into the ground. But maybe not. Maybe they'll give him a rest and maybe they won't put him in. We won't have to worry about him the entire game.
Yeah. Yep. Let's go to the comments here. Unpopular opinion. Makatigo is missing today. I hope not, Scott, but you never know. They are a strong physical team, Millwall, but hopefully he can do it against them. Dirty Millwall.
Yep.
I mean, it's always interesting to hear which teams folks find to be the dirty ones because, if you read Roy's view from that Panchero puts out every week, we get called dirty a lot. And I'm like, I watch every single match and I don't see that on a consistent basis. I don't get how we're called dirty all the time.
It's probably because of, they can't find anything bad with us. So they just, it's dirty Sheffield United. But whatever. I mean, Millwall's reputation, carries. But, I mean, I did ride with about 500 of them up to Bramall Lane and, I didn't have any colors on, so I didn't get my tail kicked on the train, but they seemed civilized. I mean, until they got off the train and then they just started being complete idiots. But, they weren't bad. There's nothing to write home about. But, certainly their reputation carries very well with them.
And I mean, it's interesting because this is a fixture that we're going to have to replay in basically a month's time in the league. And this may be a fixture that I attend. And I don't know. I don't want to put you on the spot here live in front of our audience, Chad, but
to be determined.
Making it out? To be determined.
TBD.
Okay.
TBD.
All right. Well, so for those of you who don't know, I'm likely going to be visiting Sheffield in February for 2 home games, and then heading back down to London to watch Millwall and Sheffield United play at the Den in the league. So that's coming up in almost a month. Yeah. So definitely looking forward to that. We are just about 15 minutes away from kickoff here, Chad. And let's talk a little bit about just some recent news. Unless you've been living under a rock, you should know that Will Osula was recalled from Derby County. And I just kind of wanted to get your take on that, Chad.
As we talked about before, I just think it's the same thing as Jebison recall last year. He's going to sit on the bench and not really do anything. I just think this is a worst case scenario. If Sharp were to go down, Jebison were to go down, we would have to, with McBurney not being exactly healthy and not really knowing what his situation is, Brewster being out for God knows how long. I guess it's just cover. I guess it's just cover in case the boat starts to sink and we need somebody to start. But it's just going to be similar to last year where we recalled Jebo from Burton and he just sat there the entire season and didn't really do anything. So that's what I think Osula is going to do. Instead of, and I get where they're coming from with that, but you're almost hampering his growth. But yeah, and it's not like he was banging in goals at Derby either. I think he had 3 goals in 17 appearances. Just got sent off, so he's serving a 3-match ban. So
right.
I mean, we're not going to be able to see him for a minute. But yeah, like I said, I guess it's just a cover. And I was pretty sure if we had him on loan and things got really bad, we could just call him back, like even after the transfer window closed. We can do that. If we needed like an emergency loan, we could emergency recall him back into our side. It didn't have to be like we had to wait till January. So I don't know why they just didn't keep him out there.
Well, the ideal situation is we're able to sign either a center forward or striker on loan from maybe a Premier League club. But at this point, I don't think that's going to happen. I mean, the club have said we don't have any money. Hecky said we don't have any money. And, by all accounts, we don't have any money to sign to anybody, even on loan. So, I mean, that kind of transitions into what some of you are talking about in the chat. What are our thoughts on Birmingham bringing on Rita Kadra after Brighton Hove Albion recalled him? So, look, as far as Kadra was concerned, this just wasn't the right fit for him. I think there's a quality player in there, but with that being said, he just did not fit into our system. He is much better utilized in a system where you're maybe playing 3 at the front,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He's a much better kind of winger. He plays that left wing. He can play right wing too, but sprinting down into down into the channel for a good cross or to maybe try to dribble into the box, that's more of his game. And he just kind of didn't really fit into the system. We were playing him basically as a replacement for Iliman and Jaye at that center forward or attacking center middle, whatever you want to call it. And he just wasn't having any success. And apparently in training, he wasn't showing, his potential. And Hecky I think it just wasn't a good fit. There was a lot of hope. And it's hilarious because at the beginning of the season, he was the lone player that I was the most excited for out of any of our lone players. And yet here we are, basically excited that he's gone back to Brighton Hove Albion. But I don't know. We play Birmingham, as Scott saying here, last game of the season. And the joke has been made, it's already been said. We need to get 3 points in order to get automatic promotion last day of the year. We play Birmingham, and what does he do? He scores against us. So, that's hopefully that doesn't happen, but yeah. A bit of a frustrating thing with Rita Cadra there.
I think that the whole situation with Cadra is, like you said, he didn't fit into our system. But also, I wonder how much smoke He's blowing, because he said he wants to make sure they have the funds to bring somebody in to replace him. And I guess he was approved to get something to get another player in, because we're letting one player go out and we're not bringing anything in. We got to be able to bring somebody in, I don't know who that player is, and I have no idea who we're going to use to. Maybe that's where we use that to bring in another striker, or do we bring in another midfielder? Those are the two spots that we definitely need more cover for. But like we've alluded to in the pod and so on, with the club being up for sale or having a bid put in, you're not really going to, the owner's not going to leave any cash on the table and say, hey, this is my parting gift. Here, have $2 million to go buy somebody.
I definitely wouldn't count on us getting bought out before the transfer window ends. So I think you're right, Chad. Like, there's no way that the Prince is going to splash the cash but right before selling the club, And
it's almost like we're in a transfer embargo, because they don't want to spend any money, yet we're not going to get bought out before the end of the transfer window. So we're kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place, if that makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. So for those of you who've been asking, ESPN Plus has almost all of the FA Cup games. I think they have the majority of them on today and tomorrow. So, it's a good opportunity for us to pitch NordVPN, a sponsor of the Sheff United Way. Go to nordvpn.com/TSUW, and you can get a hefty discount from NordVPN. And then I'm not going to say what you have to do after that in order to watch this game, but check out NordVPN.
Yep.
So that's our one pitch there. That's our one little ad.
But it's weird to me that the games, I know, like, it's the whole blackout thing, but for it not to be available at all over there except for on the radio is kind of, to me, blows my mind. And then you come over here and it's available to every game in the third round is available, and it's like, this makes no sense at all.
Yeah. I mean, it all comes down to licensing, doesn't it?
Yep, exactly. It's so weird.
So Nicholas Cook asked an interesting question. Do you think we need any new players? Yeah, but I agree. A striker, that's really all we need at this point.
Yeah, 100%.
You posed the question on the podcast, do we need a goalkeeper? No, we don't. We don't need a goalkeeper. We need a striker. That's what we need. We need someone who can come in and basically play. We need somebody who can hold the ball up late in games. Basically do for like what McBurney was doing at the start of the season when he wasn't starting every game. Just kind of hold the ball up, be a nuisance. And yeah, that's the kind of striker that we need. A Gary Medine. That's really who we need. Not actually Gary Medine, but we need a Gary Medine archetype, basically.
Yeah, I mean, and I just think it's going to be next to impossible for us to get anything. I mean, like you said, we called Osula. Okay, I think we're going to go with the horses we got. Brewster, you got to be telling me Brewster's got to be able to come back at some point. At some point, he's got to be able to come. Now, he's going to be miles off, and we're all going to get on his back because he doesn't even look like where he was, blah, 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 blah. I mean, that's honestly the situation we're in, to where we're just going to have to roll with it. And if that doesn't get us over the line, that doesn't get us over the line. We can't afford Pookie Scott. There's no way in hell we
Yeah.
bring him in.
I was just about to say, he's going to cost what, $3 million?
Oh yeah, and Norwich wouldn't loan him to us, and they just got a new manager, David Wagner, so he's gonna install Pookie in there with Josh Sargent. I mean, somebody mentioned that last week, Josh Sargent. I mean, the American ties would be cool. I mean, aka with us, but I don't think he would.
He's
I mean,
one
if we
of their
win
best.
up, we
He's
could.
one of their best center forwards. There's no way we can afford him. So,
well, yeah. I mean, because we're gonna have to splash cast next year if we do go up, or this summer if we do go up, because I mean we'll just get steamrolled.
Right. And if we do go up, there are better players than Josh Sargent, I think, that we could go for. And we saw last year how ineffective he was in the Premier League.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's very true.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree with this. I don't think he stubbed his toe, but he would be great. I mean, I really think he would be doing pretty well were it not for injuries, obviously. So we're about 4 minutes away from kickoff. So really fast, Chad, give me your score prediction.
Probably 1-0 to either side. Just for the sake of it, I'll go Blades. But I could imagine it's probably going to be like watching paint dry as we did the last game. Just for the simple fact that I think it's just going to be a lot of passing the ball around. Somebody's going to nick it and nail a goal probably midway through the second half. And hopefully it's us.
Hey, we got another Yank Blade in here.
Oh,
Peter S. from Texas. All right.
Yeah. There you go.
You love to see it. You absolutely love to see it.
Slowly but surely growing the fan base over here in the States. Go ahead and anybody in the chat row, drop your score predictions. As we can see, Scott, optimistic as always, just kind of like me. A Cooper volley in the 96th minute, and Millwall go through for him. I could see it either.
That's an interesting fact right there. We haven't scored a goal in any cup under Hecky.
Oh,
so
perfect.
Hopefully that changes and we get in the goals today. That would be great.
Perfect. Yeah, that's an interesting stat. But I don't feel like we've played many cup games because we've all exited pretty quickly in the cups. We've been one and done in every game we've played and every cup we've been in.
We got Robert Captain Casa in the chat here. Hopefully he'll be able to jump on with us around halftime like he normally does. But if just like he says, please like the stream and subscribe to the Sheff United Way. Go ahead and follow on Twitter and Facebook at Sheff United Way. Chris says 1-0 to the Blades. Kieran Jones says 3-0 to the Blades. And yes, there are replays. I've said a 1-1 draw and a replay at Bramall Lane. So we will see. Captain Casa, 3-1 to the Blades. Jebo, Bash, and McAtee getting the goals. So, I like that. I hope that's the way it turns out here for United. Robin, 1-1. Okay. Yeah, I'm saying the same thing. Dumb idiot is me 420. 2-1 to the Blades. Great name.
Yeah,
Phenomenal.
Great name.
Phenomenal name. So we're just a couple minutes away from kickoff here. Maybe 1 minute. And I don't know about you, Chad, but my stream is a little wonky, just a little bit. You can clearly tell this is not a high definition broadcast from ESPN Plus. But, it is what it is.
Yeah, very glitchy to start things here.
Yeah,
one right before the start of the game. 2-1 Blades. John S. -1-0. Kind of leaning that way, but I'll go with the Blades since this is a Blade stream. Yes, very, very laggy to start things.
Well, I mean, that's what we get. You know, we get
There's
what we
animals
get.
chewing on the power lines outside of the cable, so the stream over here is breaking up as they're gnawing on it.
I just want to I want to get a peek inside how your mind works sometimes, Chad. Like,
Hey, it's wired
where do you come
all
up with this?
just off the top of my head. Peel it right off the
Uh,
top.
and my stream has cut out here,
As mine is too.
and it's back. Here we see Paul Heckingbottom and Stuart McCall. All right, well, we are just about to get underway, and we will bring you the live stream here for as long as we have something to bring you. But
well, if not, we'll switch over to one of the other games, and we'll pick one of the sides and we'll watch it. Yeah, dude, this is gonna be a disaster if this carries on. Mine just dropped out
really
again.
Rough. And it's back.
Yep. And it's back. Okay, and it's lagging. Stuff's popping up. Are we watching this stream on an illegal stream here?
Yeah, I mean that's what it looks like. It looks like some sort of illegal stream.
Yeah, weird. Okay, I'll try to do this,
and we're off. And Millwall kick off here, and they're playing it around the back, a long ball forward, and it's all the way through to Adam Davies.
This is hilarious. This is so bad.
I wish we could show you just how poor this stream is.
This
Bash
is
with a long ball downfield, looking for Jebison. Njaye on the ball. Njaye with a shot, and it just goes over the bar. But
it looks like there's 18 of them
there
on the field. Looks like there's 18 players on each side. Yeah, wasn't a bad start there. I mean, if the goal comes, it's probably coming through him.
I like this. Chad should be a comedian. Mm-hmm. You are top comedy, man.
Yeah.
You are top comedy.
Yep, 100%.
Biakowski placing the ball down for this goal kick. It looks like he's going to go long, and he does. And looks like Egan is going to give this to Davies. Davies just promptly boots it downfield, and it is out for a Millwall throw-in. Yeah, Aaron, I mean, this is bad. This is probably I'd take SUFC Live right now over this. And like the thing is that ESPN is normally known for their decent broadcasts of these games. It's just
I bet you every other stream's having no issues except for ours.
Yeah, it's just us, right?
Yeah, I mean, this is almost impossible to give. I mean, it'll be fine for about 15 seconds, and then it shows like 12 of one player. And it's just like, what is going on here?
We have Volkshammer on the ball now. Ball gets taken away from him. It's played for McAtee. McAtee, great ball to Jebison. And how is that not a foul? It was. Wow. Was it a foul?
Yep. If ref pointed for a foul.
No, it's a throw-in.
Oh, it's a throw-in. Oh, wow. That should have been a foul.
Yeah. That was an interesting challenge there. Basham on the ball now. He plays it back, I believe, for Egan. Over for Jackie long throw. And now Stevens on the ball. He plays it for Njaye. Njaye in the midfield here. Back for Jackie long throw. Over to Egan. Egan with it. And is that Doyle who's come deep for it? Good pass to Stevens out on the left. Jebison now plays it to Doyle. Doyle with a good pass on the right, I think, to Bogle. Here's Bogle with it. Bogle trying to make a move towards the box. Bogle still with it. Great pass to Njaye. Jebison now. Jebison, a shot, and it's deflected off of a Millwall player for a corner for United. So, yes, a lot of positive things here to start. And it looks like the stream has stabilized a little bit, which is good news for us.
One thing I was noticing, too, there's really nobody at this game.
Yeah.
I mean, there's fans on one side and fans, I believe, underneath the where the camera is, but at the ends of it. Yeah, it's empty. It's crazy.
Norwood standing over this corner. Norwood takes it and tries to, he was looking for Jackie Long throw back stick, but he heads it out of play, and it is a goal kick for Millwall.
Yeah, Captain Casa, you are right. If Illy would have just turned, he probably would have had a decent effort on target, but he laid it off. He was being unselfish and laying it off to Jabo, and Jabo had to go. I think that's what I think. Before you go back to commentary, I think that what might be one thing Hecky wants to do: feed Jabo as much as possible in this game.
Yep. Millwall on the ball now, and it's Wallace. He plays the ball in, looking for Bennett, but it's taken by Basham, and Norwood dinks one over on the left to Stevens, and Stevens plays it back for Tommy Doyle. Doyle now back for Norwood. We're just kind of playing around with it at the back here, looking for some space to open up. Basham on it now. A ball played to Jebison. He initially lost it, but recovered like pretty well there. Here's Norwood. Norwood plays it out to Bogle on the right-hand side. Bogle with it. Bogle promptly gives it away back to Millwall, and they just boot it forward. Basham is going to get on this. Good first touch by Basham. And Egan passes for Norwood. Norwood for Tommy Doyle. Tommy Doyle. Great ball over the top for Njaye, but he just can't get a good touch to it. Njaye, a foul on McNamara. I don't know how that was a foul personally.
Yeah, I'll have to see that replay again.
Hey Simon, good to see you in the chat here.
Yeah, he like deked him out from behind, and then they called it. But man, I was just about to say I want the Blades to put the long sleeve red and white striped shirt on sale online. Please, I want one of those shirts so bad.
You like those long sleeve shirts, don't you, Chad?
I love them better than these short sleeve.
You see, I'm a short sleeve guy personally. I don't know how. I think this shirt would look awful with long sleeves personally.
I'd still get it. I still would get it. It just, to me, I like wearing long sleeves more often than not in everyday life.
Millwall have a throw-in in their attacking half now. And it's McNamara who's going to take it. McNamara plays it to Honeyman. They give the ball away, and it's Tommy Doyle. Great pass to Iliman Njaye by Tommy Doyle. And Iliman Njaye looking to break away here. Oh, my God. What a spin. Great dribbling from Iliman Njaye. Just kind of, yeah, right into traffic, though. Norwood plays the ball to absolutely nobody. And Millwall are away with it now at Saville. A pass played back for Hutchinson, and then out on the right-hand side from the Millwall attacking perspective. And Basham is going to just boot this downfield, and it'll be a throw-in for Millwall. So a little bit of a cagey affair so far.
It's kind of how I thought it would start, to be honest. We had that couple early chances, and it's really settled out, and I think this is how the game's going to go. For a majority of the game.
You think there's not going to be much in this one, eh?
No, I think it's just going to be played basically from box to box.
Here's Jackie Long throw, taking the throw in, and Doyle just kind of boots it downfield. Bukowski's going to get on this, and he'll pick it up, and they will go again here. But yeah, very like it's interesting. We started well, but in the last couple of minutes here, just not really connecting 2 or 3 passes together.
Yeah. No, I just think that's how it's going to go most of the day. Because I think most of the players are just not interested in it, honestly.
Yeah. Saville with the ball now. He plays it out on the right-hand side for Hutchinson, their captain. Hutchinson, they tried to play do a one-touch pass there, but the ball is claimed by Davies in the box. And Sheffield United with the ball now. It's out to Basham on the right-hand side. Basham dribbling, passing back to Egan. Egan out on the left to Jackie Longthrow. Jackie Longthrow plays for Stevens. Stevens to Njaye. Njaye looking for a pass. And it's back to Egan. Egan over to Bash. Bash trying to carry forward here, but he gets it to Norwood. Plays the ball for Stevens, and Millwall have the ball now.
I mean, we're just passing 3 yards. 3 yards.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not really fancy. You guys aren't missing much, honestly.
Yeah. Wallace now on the ball. Yeah, I mean, look, it's, you said it, Chad. Not really a lot going on right now. Scott, I also want to see Koulibaly play. I think he's got some quality, but obviously he's been injured all season, so we just haven't seen him to this point. Hopefully he gets a couple of minutes here, in the second half. We'll see. United have won the ball back. Iliman and Njaye on it, and he promptly loses the ball, but he wins it back. Great job, and it'll be a throw-in for United. This game is on ESPN Plus here in the United States. One of our sponsors is NordVPN. I won't tell you, anything beyond that, but
you can look the instructions up on the internet. What to do when you have it.
If you are looking to watch this game, NordVPN is a good way to do that.
Yes.
United with the ball now. It's Egan with it. Egan plays it out on the left for Stevens. Stevens, great ball to Jebison down the channel here. Jebison, pass for Stevens, and United have lost the ball. Stevens trying to win it back. Honeyman on it, and he just promptly plays it out. Honeyman looks like he might have gone down with a slight injury, but I think he's okay.
Looks like he messed up his shoulder.
He looks to be in a lot of pain.
Yeah, he does.
Couldn't happen to a nicer guy.
Your favorite. I'm going to get you a Millwall shirt next year. George Honeyman, number 39. I'm going to Secret Santa you, and I'm going to send it to you and be like, Merry Christmas. Or
long throw from JLT. Tommy Doyle just over the bar. Not just, very much over the bar.
Yeah.
Well, how many times do we get a shot out of a Jackie long throw? Not very often.
Next to never.
Yeah. Doyle just got under that, unfortunately.
Yeah. I mean, it was a decent chance, but this is 100% of what I feel is gonna happen in this game.
Yeah.
It's just two different we're gonna have some tries, but it's not really gonna amount to anything.
Yep. Millwall with a throw-in in United's end here, or half, I should say. And McNamara is going to take this throw. And they've played it back now. They've crossed it out on the left to Wallace. Wallace into, I can't see who that is, but they've played it back anyway. Good pressure from United here, putting a lot of pressure on their center backs. And Basham is intercepted now. He's played it for Norwood.
It's almost
Norwood,
at a walking pace.
Yeah, it really is not being played with a lot of intensity. You can clearly see, I don't think either side really cares about this game, it looks like.
And this is kind of what I thought would really honestly happen. It just wouldn't. I hope we go and win it, though. Kind of.
McAtee on the ball. Norwood trying to play into a channel for Jebison. Jebison, and it's out for a goal kick. Yeah.
They did pop up the possession stats, and we did have 55% of it. So, I mean, at least it's good.
You know what? You're right, Captain Casa.
Yeah, he is right.
I don't know how I forgot that.
Yeah, I saw it pop up and I was like, oh yeah, he is right. But other than that, how many other times can you think of us having a chance of a Jackie Long throw?
Not
Not
many.
very
Not
many.
many. No. Millwall have won a corner after Vogsammer.
I think it's a throw in.
Oh, it's a throw? Okay.
Yeah, I think it's a throw in.
Sorry, I looked away for 1 second and I saw the ref indicating for corner there. Vogsammer or Wallace throws in here. It's back to Wallace. Good defense by Big Mac there.
Yeah, Big Mac attack. I mean, he plays good. You could see he's growing into this side as the season wears on.
Yeah, definitely. Ball's with Bennett now, and that goes out for a United throw-in.
Yeah.
So not a lot going on. If you're just joining us, there's been a couple shots, but none on target.
I'm painting the wall behind my
in order to watch it dry.
Laptop, I'm going to watch it dry for the next 75 minutes, 80 minutes.
Yeah, just as a reminder, if you haven't done so, please go ahead and follow the Sheff United way. Like this video or this stream, and subscribe if you haven't done so. It really does help the channel out, and we appreciate it.
And if you want to, and you feel so nice to do, you could drop us a little bit of a donation that helps pay for all this hard work.
Every dollar that, or pound, I should say, that we receive does go to getting us out to England.
Yep.
To watch United. United with the ball here in the midfield. Tommy Doyle on it. Doyle passing. Good pass at the end of the day here for James McAtee. The Man City boys linking up. It's out on the right for Basham in a forward position. He tried to find it in Njaye, but the ball is taken off of him. Njaye trying to win the ball back here, but it is Bennett. And really, really good coverage there from Tommy Doyle. And he boots it. It deflects and goes into Adam Davies' hands.
I'll never know how that happened. That was weird. Good thing it didn't get awkwardly deflected and bounce out of the reach of Davies and in the back of the goal. That'd be a hell of an own goal.
Well, we've already had a hell of an own goal this season.
Yeah, right. Oh man, there's just
I mean, I'm a little bit further. If you can't see in the background there, it says Los Angeles Blades. That was what I got for Christmas. And Chad is in. Oh, no. And Njaye is down. Oh, ooh. A very hard tackle by McNamara there. Ooh. And Njaye is down. I don't think he's injured, but it looked like a rough one. Maybe he got a stinger there, you know?
Yeah, because like when the replay showed, it didn't show. He didn't look like he was injured. It was just like a little bit after that, he kind of like started writhing around in pain. So maybe maybe it was one of those deals where he was trying to draw a yellow card out. And he did. And
McNamara shown a yellow. Norwood puts the ball into the mix. It's headed out, but not all the way. Tommy Doyle trying to get on it. He passes back for Norwood. Norwood looking for Njaye. Great ball to Njaye. Njaye hits it off the Millwall defender. It goes into his face and then into the keeper's hands. What a weird sequence right there.
Yeah,
Millwall trying to spring the counterattack, but it's a good from Egan there. Really, really good job.
Weird oddities happening at both ends of the pitch in the last 5 minutes.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely. Yeah, Robin, I'm kind of inclined to agree with you. I mean, I wanted to see a strong team, but I mean, is this a game that Njaye really had to play in?
Yeah, I would agree. I was surprised to see his name on the team sheet, to be honest with you.
Yeah, and I think this is what Chad said earlier. I always want to see a cup run, but at the end of the day, it's not the worst thing if we go out. Hey, really want to thank you for that. Really, really
Whoa.
appreciate it.
Bingo. Ding, ding,
Thank
ding, ding.
you.
I should have a bell every time we get one. I'll ring it. Bing, 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 bing.
Yeah, cheers. Really, really appreciate it, man.
Thank you.
And we'll have a couple of pints when we get to Sheffield. All right. How does that sound? Yeah, I mean, Sean, I absolutely agree with you. We should be focusing on the league because we need promotion this season. We really, really do.
Yeah.
Basham with it now in the attacking area. McAtee out on the right-hand side now. McAtee one-on-one with his man. Good move by McAtee. McAtee tried to play it into the box, but it's cleared out and all the way down pitch. And it'll run out for a throw-in here for the Blades.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, McAtee, he was gonna have a shot. He just kept the defender just put his foot in and deflected it, and then it honestly just killed the momentum and just ended that attack for us. But we're starting to have more and more of the ball, honestly.
Yeah. And as you say that, of course, the commentator's curse applies, and Millwall got back on it. But great sliding tackle from Jebison. Here's McAtee on it now. McAtee, it goes out. Oh, and it's put right into the mix. Oh. And Millwall play it out for a corner for the Blades. Wow.
Good spell of possession and play. Okay, before this corner, do we hit the first man? I'm saying yes.
You want to put 5 on it?
It's Doyle taking it, so it might be a different result. So I don't want to.
Or it might go right into the first man.
Yeah, right.
I don't know. We're not playing a lot right around the keeper. We're playing a little bit more towards the top of the box.
This one won't hit him.
It did. It went to the first man. That first man is Njai. Doyle back in the mix. Oh man. And who's that? Jackie Longthrow just tried an overhead kick. Jackie Longthrow just tried a bicycle kick.
And it wasn't bad. It wasn't
a bad bicycle kick.
No, it wasn't half bad, honestly.
Oh my God.
Show the replay again. Show it.
I want that man doing a bicycle kick. That was worth the price of admission here.
Oh my God, 100%.
And they just got in the way. It just blocked off of him. But it's another corner for United, and I think it's going to be Norwood this time taking it. It is. Yeah, I agree, Simon. That was a decent attempt.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Hell of a breeze coming in, though. You see that corner flag's almost laid over on its side? Pretty stiff wind.
Norwood into the mix, and it's headed out. It's back for Bogle now.
Hit the second guy.
That was very, very dangerous from Bogle because we had 2 back there, and they would have been away and flying if he had not kept the ball there. I don't know what Bogle was doing.
He has
Norwood on the ball.
He hasn't been exactly the Bogle we've seen today, we're used to seeing.
Here's Basham. He's got a little bit of space now. Plays it for great pass from Illinois. Jebbo scores. Jebbo,
get in, baby.
Get in.
There you go. There you go.
Jebbo.
There you go. Boom.
What a great play. What a phenomenal play there. And that was McAtee who played Jebison in. Phenomenal stuff. Sheffield United go up 1-0. Beautiful.
Get in, Jebbo. Come on.
And that will get that lad's confidence up, no doubt. Simon, absolutely. All we wanted was a Jebbo goal. Get in, baby.
There we go. And we're off and running. Yeah, it's good. Now it's not going to, hopefully it doesn't go back to watching paint dry.
Yeah. Well, the thing is they're going to have to come at us now. That's obviously what an early goal does. Exactly. And so they will be more vulnerable on the counterattack. So right off the kickoff, Volkshammer, I think, tried to play it deep, but it goes out for a Blades throw, and Bogle about to take. And Basham just kind of clears it. And now Jebison on the ball. Really, really good ball. I can't remember who it was by, but Millwall have won it back. And United have won it back quickly in succession here. It's Doyle on the ball. Tommy Doyle still on it for Norwood. Out on the right for Basham plays for Bogle. Bash on the overlap. Bogle now with it. And he has lost the ball out to Millwall. And that was Mac. I think that was Wallace, actually. And George Honeyman on it now. And United have won the ball back. So, we gave the ball up, but we played good enough defensively, I think, especially when they've tried to counter us.
Yeah. No, you're right. I like that we're trying to, we're going to get back on possession and probably hold the ball a little bit more. Millwall doesn't look like they want to play the high press and try and win the ball back. They're almost letting us have it and letting us give them the ball back if we so choose to.
United on the ball. It's Tommy Doyle. Tommy Doyle dribbling. He passes back for Chris Basham. Basham tried to play in McAtee, but it runs out for a Millwall.
Honestly, that's the only way we're going to give them the possession is if we do like that. We just play it out. Millwall don't look like they have it, like they're going to come enough and pressure our players to force us into a mistake and give them the ball back.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree with you there, Chad.
What a start. Good start.
Absolutely. And I think it was said earlier, to that point, till that Jebison goal, we had not scored in a cup under Paul Heckingbottom. So our first goal with Paul Heckingbottom in charge in the cup, Davies promptly plays this ball out of play.
Did you see the wind take that one?
Yeah.
The wind took that way out of play.
Yep.
I had some
Millwall on it now. A shot came in, but it was blocked. McNamara tried to play it in. McNamara, I think, is going to get – no, it is going to be a throw in for Millwall in the attacking zone from their perspective. McNamara will take it. He throws in, and this is Shackleton on it. Back for who was that? Saville, but it is a free kick, it looks like, for Millwall on the right-hand side from an attacking perspective for them. So we're just going to have to deal with this. We've done well with obviously we've done well defending set pieces for most of the season, but obviously with this being a little bit of a chopped and changed side, we'll see how United deal with this one.
Should be okay. That was a crazy stare down between Saville and Stevens. They looked like Saville was going to swing on him, but he didn't want to.
Yep. It's a good question. Do you think Sharp can do it again in the Prem?
No way.
If we go up?
Scott, I need you to answer that question for me if you're still in the chat. Please, Scott, answer that question, please. A couple weeks back, he called out Billy, and then Billy proceeded to score. But no way in hell that Sharp does it in the Prem.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he wasn't even a first-choice striker when we were in the Prem in 2019-2020.
Yeah.
Corner for Millwall. It comes in. Davies claims and trying to spring the counter. Not going to be able to as Millwall get back.
Yeah, it's just I think if we do go up and we do have the cash to splash, I think we're going to see not a Forest type buying habit, but a pretty impressive one to almost change this side.
Yeah, I mean, look,
I think it's time though, regardless if we go up or if we stay in the championship this year.
I think if we go up, we definitely need a left center back, like a good left center back.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I don't think that Jackie Longthrow is going to do. This is a kind of a bridge contract for him. really, really poor pass, and another poor pass from Jebison. They gave the ball away to us, and then we gave it right back to them. And here come Millwall, and it's Wallace out on the left-hand side. Oh, kind of a good touch pass there, but United are able to get back on it, and it is McAtee, and he just promptly plays it out of play. But it was off of the Millwall player, and so United will have the throw.
It looked weird because it didn't look like it made contact.
Yeah, I didn't think it did. I thought it was definitely going to be a Millwall throw there on the right-hand side.
This
yeah, of course. Of course we remember Jack O'Connell.
Heavy
magic man with the magic hat.
As sad as it is to say, his career is only got a few months left on it, and then he will be cut adrift by United.
Yeah, I mean, my hope is that he can get back to where he can play, maybe League Two football. Oh, yeah. Really, really poor header back from Tommy Doyle. Davies claims, but yikes, that was almost had a shocker right there. Yep. Here's Basham with it. Basham plays it back for Egan. Having a little trouble getting out of our own end right now as Millwall apply the pressure, and Davies just promptly boots it downfield. Right back, and here's Stevens on it. Stevens plays it for Jackie. Long throw. Tommy Doyle on it now. Tommy Doyle. Great pass for James McAtee. Here comes James McAtee, and he runs into three men, unfortunately. Millwall back on the ball now, trying to spring a counterattack. They have a player wide open, and very, very good defending there from Jackie. Long throw. Prevents, what should have been a good chance.
Yeah. It's opened up more, and it's almost become a faster pace than it was earlier.
Yeah.
When we were going box to box. It's kind of sped up a little bit is really all that's happened. I mean, both teams have given the ball away in the midfield a lot, but and so it's led to, Millwall having a little bit more possession because we give it away a little bit more.
Yep. I agree. Millwall with a throw-in on the left-hand side from their attacking perspective. We're on 30 minutes now. Obviously, our ticker in the upper right-hand corner is not correct, but
there's a couple seconds off.
A couple seconds, like 8 minutes.
What minute are you on?
31.
Yeah, that's what it says. 31-24 on mine. 25, 26, 27.
Oh, it says 20. It says 23:37 on mine.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll drop it. Thanks for letting me know. Yeah, because mine is only a couple seconds off.
If you're in the chat, is it 8 minutes? Is the ticker 8 minutes off, or am I crazy?
Yeah, because on my end right now, I'm approaching 32 minutes right now.
Very weird.
See, okay. Simon says it's fine. Yeah,
I'll have to take a picture of this for you because that is bizarre.
Yeah, see, Simon's on the same time as me.
Fascinating content here. Millwall on a free kick, put it into the mix. It's booted out downfield, and McNamara gets on it.
Yeah, it seems to be. Yeah, it seems to be on your end.
Yeah. Yep. I guess it's just on my another new laptop.
Another new laptop.
That's funny.
But we're.
Yeah, I mean, if we get promoted, you absolutely sign Billy Sharp. How many years does he have left on his contract? Is this his last year?
Where were we in 23? I think he has till 24. I think. If
you know definitively, put it back in the chat.
I think he just signed an extension somewhere, like last year, maybe for one more year, because I think his contract did end at the end of this season, but I think last year extended it one more year.
Here come Millwall now, and I think that I can't remember who that was. Was it Honeyman? He tried to play it into the box, but it is played out by United for Millwall throw-in on the left-hand side. And here's Wallace on it now. It's played back for Hutchinson. Hutchinson out on the right-hand side. This is McNamara. He plays it over for Shackleton. Back to McNamara. Back for Hutchinson. Hutchinson plays it to Cresswell. And then it's out on the left-hand side for Wallace. They're just kind of probing right now.
Yeah. It's kind of slowed way down.
Yeah. That was a decent ball for Volkshammer, but it runs out for a goal kick.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, about 10 minutes or like, what does your time say? Like 15 minutes and 30 seconds? The clock on mine is timed perfectly on mine. It says,
yeah.
I'm a couple seconds behind from my stream, but yeah. Don't know how it got screwed up.
Now it says 25:58 on mine. So
when you said 8 minutes, I was like, what?
Yeah, it's very bizarre. So Billy is out of contract after this season.
Okay.
But I think you give him one bridge year.
I think Scott said we had an option for him to play next year. So it might be, hey, if we do go up, we'll give you one more year to kind of ride pine, and we'll put you in a couple of games, and then you can go off into retirement. I wouldn't be against that.
I agree. I agree. United are back on the ball. It's Norwood. He plays it out to Egan. Tommy Doyle now over to Norwood. Norwood thought about a ping, plays it for Bash on the right-hand side. Here's Bogle now. Bogle plays in Iliman Ndiaye. Iliman Ndiaye. He's so brilliant with his feet. Iliman Ndiaye to the byline. Iliman Ndiaye. Iliman Ndiaye. And it's a goal. It is a goal from Caden Bogle.
What a goal. Get in. 2-0,
it took a deflection.
2-0. Wow.
Took a deflection, but that was Iliman Ndiaye's assist. Get in, boys. Get in.
That's a good start, boys.
Look at this skill from Iliman Ndiaye. He gets away from his man 3 times before taking it to the byline, playing it back for Bogle. It takes a deflection off the top of the bar and in. Let's go.
Did it take a deflection off the Millwall player? You can play the sound if you want to.
It did. Get in, baby. Let's go. Let's go. And United are, at this point, cruising their way to a 4th round FA Cup fixture. So, yeah, I mean, the goal, the shot was decent from Bogle. I mean, it was lucky that we got a deflection there, but it was really Iliman Ndiaye's assist that was phenomenal.
I'm gonna agree with the Mr. Simon there. That's a pretty good goal, honestly. Yeah, we're taking advantage of it so much for not really wanting to make a cup run. Looks like we're going to the 4th round right now if the fixture ended now.
And I think this will be a good I think this is good because now we're probably going to get to see the kids. I mean, if this result holds, we'll probably get to see the kids in the back half of the game, and see what they can do.
Yeah. If it stays 2-0 to about 65 minutes, then we'll dump the kids on. Here we go. Here we go.
Love it. Love to see it.
The cup's coming to Sheffield.
Love it. Love it. Good to see you in the chat, Hal. The man, the myth, the legend, Hal Stewart.
Yep. Hal. Great to see you, buddy. It's kind of
Millwall win a free kick. Sorry, I'll just update folks where we're at in the game here because we've been kind of just talking nonsense the last 2 or 3 minutes. Millwall have won a free kick, right at the center. Ball comes in and not easily dealt with there. The heads go up. Millwall on the ball now. And who is this? I can't even see who's on the ball, but it's with Wallace now. And The ball just deflected. It's out on the left-hand side. That was Volkshammer. And Shackleton back to Volkshammer out on the left. Pass goes in, and it's dealt with relatively comfortably by Egan. We're just pinging the ball right into people now.
Oh, yeah. Just destroying them. Just slamming it right off of them.
Here's Shackleton on the ball. He plays it out on the right-hand side. Millwall with a little spell of possession here. Ball goes out on the left-hand side to Jed Wallace. Wallace with it. Back to Wallace here. They're just kind of playing it, playing around with it in our half. Not really making any probing attacks yet. Good job by great job by Jack Robinson, I think it was. Here's Norwood. Norwood takes a bad touch, and Millwall have won the ball back here. It's Jed Wallace out on the left-hand side. He plays it over for Bennett in a good crossing position. Ball comes in. Good block there by Jaden Bogle. So, they're asking the questions right now.
Yeah, and I think we're gonna let them have a little bit more possession, honestly, because we're 2-0 up. I think this is where we kind of work on a little bit of defensive stuff and see how we can hold up. We only got about 7 minutes left in the half, or like 20 minutes for you on your timer. But if we could see it out and get 2-0 to halftime, I think we'll be okay.
And Jai looked like he was about to go on one of his patented runs right there.
I'm surprised they didn't call that a foul either.
Yeah. The guy was all over him, the defender.
Yeah. And that's basically what you have to do with him in this league, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of like try and stop him, Yeah,
right.
Because once the thing is once he gets the ball at his feet, all bets are off.
Yeah.
Millwall back on it, just kind of playing around with it in their half. If we can just see out to the half right now and just kind of ride this, little bit of momentum that Millwall have got, I think we'll be in a good position. Yeah,
the team talk will be different if it's 2-0 opposed to 2-1.
Yep, definitely.
We got
United have the ball back. Bogle on the right-hand side. Bogle with it. He passes back for Bash. Basham on it to Egan in our half. Egan looking for Bogle, but he plays it
intercepted.
Right. Yep. Who's on the bench? Well, it's a lot of kids, but we'll bring back up our team here. As you can see, on the bench, we got Fodderingham, Baldock, Berger, Sharp, Ahmed Hadzic, Koulibaly, Brooks, Buyabu, I cannot pronounce that name, and Marsh. And Marsh is the player that I want to see most because apparently he's done very well for the under-21s, I believe.
I want to see what this Koulibaly is all about too, because there's so much behind him and behind his name. I've never seen him play.
Yep. Millwall play the ball to absolutely nobody.
Horrible.
Yeah. Yep. And United win the throw. We're just a couple of minutes away from half. I have to say this has gone much better than one would have thought. 2 goals. Can't really complain.
Yeah.
And getting an update from the other grounds here. Chesterfield beating West Brom. So that's interesting.
Big upset there. Although Chesterfield are playing well in the National League this year. So they're in.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Whoa.
Wow. Bennett played in, I couldn't tell. Was that Saville? No, it was Bradshaw.
Yeah.
And, I mean, he was free and clear. It was a good ball, and he promptly boots it off of Davies' leg in the 6-yard box for a Millwall corner. But that was the best chance they've had all game. Ball comes in now on a corner. It's headed out by Basham. And it is, wow. good job there from Jackie Long throw. It goes out for a goal kick for United.
Yeah, I mean, they pressure us a little bit, and we're doing well defending their corners.
Yep. Mark, in England, this is not on telly. So by virtue of us being Yanks and having ESPN Plus, we're getting to watch this game. But it's also a nice opportunity for us to once again shout out NordVPN, who is a sponsor of this channel. And, obviously there are certain things that are country locked. And if you would like, you can utilize a VPN in order to spoof your location. NordVPN, a sponsor of the Sheff United Way.
Yep.
How did I do there? Was that a good?
Yeah, that was good.
Commercial right there. Okay,
yep.
Thanks. Cheers.
We're gonna go
Appreciate
to you
it.
at halftime for the commercial break.
ESPN Plus is $6.99 American.
I think I pay $120 a year for it, but I also use it for more than just the footy.
Do you get that package that's like Disney Plus and?
No, this is just instead of paying monthly, I just pay yearly. Once a year in August, I think it renews. Every year, all my subscriptions are capped like at the start of the football season. August is usually when, because we have Peacock over here for when we're in the Premier League. I just have that on constant yearly, and the same thing with ESPN Plus as well. Not a big
I feel like I have like 8 or 9 different streaming services. I'll tell you.
Aside from Peacock and ESPN, and I only use those for footy. None. Zero. None.
And I'll tell you, there's some absolute parasites on my accounts.
Oh yeah, I bet.
Simon with the info on ESPN Plus here.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. You get at least one championship game per weekend. Any start that's obviously not 3 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time, they'll usually have.
Yeah. Well, it looks like the ref's about to blow the halftime whistle here in about 2 seconds.
And there it goes.
And it's halftime.
Yeah, we are at the half here, at the break. And give me your overall impressions of that first half, Chad.
Slow at times. Kind of those goals came out of bits of brilliance and magic out of nowhere. And Blades up 2-0. I'll take it. Put the kids on about 65, 70 minutes. If it's still 2-0, I don't think you put as many kids on if it's 2-1. Because if it becomes 2-1, the cheese becomes a little bit more binding, as they say. And I don't know if Hecky wants to go for it, 2-0 will be a good result by about 65, 70 minutes to put the kids on. You'd be happy with that, I think.
Agreed wholeheartedly. That was my impression. I mean, what a goal from Daniel Jebison. Fantastic pass from McAtee out on the right-hand side. Jebo runs into the box, slips it over the keeper, like the keeper's left leg, but also into the right-hand side of the net. So just a decent bit of skill from Daniel Jebison, and as we said before, that'll do wonders for his confidence at the end of the day. But we are at halftime, and if you've been watching on the last few streams, you know what time it is. It's time for Captain Casa. How you doing there, Robert?
I'm good. How are you guys?
He's not in his chair. He's on the couch this week.
What?
Oh, he's changed positions on us.
It's because it's not a league match, right?
Okay.
So FA Cup, wife's out of the house, so I get full reign of the couch, of the TV. I can watch the match on a big screen. It's awesome. Love it. I get to set up the scarf. Got the world map behind me, so I'm an international Blade. The little things, it's subtle here. But.
Yeah, it's a subtle hits. Yeah, it's a subtle hits account. Yeah.
What was your impression of that first half, Robert?
Pretty quiet, but being 2 goals up, I think they were both well-worked goals. Jebison's goal, the whole time, because of the camera angle, you can see him taking the ball and moving into the box at that diagonal, and the whole time I'm like, shoot it, do not pass this. This is your shot, take it. And he did, put it in the back of the net. I was really excited for him, just fearing that he was going to try to pass to somebody else. And then honestly, the Bogle one, the deflection, I didn't think it was going to go in. And then all of a sudden the keeper like has this dejected look on his face. And I'm like, oh, cool. That's a goal. But again, it all comes from Milliman and Jai on that one. The skill at the corner flag, keeping the ball in play, keeping possession, running into the box right at the end line there and passing it back. Like that's what he does. And it's amazing. And I'm just taking in every single assist, every single minute that he plays for the Blades this season, because I know it's not going to last forever.
No.
Yeah, absolutely. We definitely have to just enjoy him while he's here. And I think we're watching the goal back again here. I'm sorry, we're watching. It wasn't the goal. I apologize. There was a really good bit where McAtee kind of just ran into the box almost, but it was started by Daniel Jebison out on the right-hand side as the highlights come back here. But yeah, I mean, it was a good half. I probably one of the better halves that first halves that United have played this season, if I'm being honest. And I think it's been said, I don't think Millwall are really up for this game. Their focus is on the league as well, having an opportunity, as they normally do, to be in and around the playoff picture. Could this be the year that Millwall, make the playoffs and go up through the playoffs? Who knows? One touch pass from James McAtee there, and Jebison, phenomenal finish as they're showing the highlight of United's first goal.
Yep.
Really, really good stuff.
Really well taken. Yep.
With that being said, I am going to drop out for to head to Bog and grab some more water. So cheers, lads. See you in a couple minutes.
All right, we'll see you in about an hour, Noah. Me and Robert got this locked. So as we always do, chat row, drop your second half changes. Also, as Captain Casa always does, put in the chat where you're watching around the globe, or as on Robert's wall, the flat Earth map up there.
Yeah, although I realized I don't think you can see England from there. It's like just cut off.
No,
at the top.
I think it's just a little high than your camera. But Robert, what changes would you make in the second half?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like you guys were saying, bring the kids on. At some point, unless Millwall can get an early goal and get right back into this match, like within the first 10 minutes or so, I think this is really a game for the youth to see this one out. So those are the changes I would make. If we can avoid it, I wouldn't bring on Sanderberga. I wouldn't bring on Billy Sharp. I wouldn't make a goalkeeper change like you usually suggest. Wes can stay on the bench today. I'm okay with that. But like those are the changes I would want to see. The youth players coming in and getting some minutes. Let's see what they can do. This Millwall team, maybe they give a little bit more effort in the second half if they truly want to advance and stay in this competition. But honestly, I could see Millwall at this point doing the same thing, 10, 15 minutes in, if they can't get one back, switching for their youth players. And then, you have at least a chance of, a mixed youth senior team out there for maybe 30 minutes or so.
Yeah. And we really haven't seen one of those sides, honestly, like where we've had a mix of youth and experience in the side, because I don't feel like in the past few seasons, and we alluded to this at the beginning, the FA Cup, the whole thing about the FA Cup is I always want to see us drawn against a lower league side.
Yeah.
But we always seem to get drawn against somebody in the championship in our league every single year. It's like, dude, we can never catch a break. But if we can continue this, make a change and make the changes for the kids, and let's see what we have going forward, because like the likes of Koulibaly and all the other kids are on the bench. We've never seen a play. We've never seen him in front of our eyes. So I think actually
Koulibaly made like maybe a 15-minute appearance or something last year in one match, but it wasn't a good match. We were like losing, injury heavy, not a good opportunity for him to show what he can actually do. I think that this is a much better opportunity for him and some of the other lads.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe Hecky does the opposite, doesn't bring the kids in, brings in Ahmed Hodzic, Sandy Barge, and just everybody like makes a change for Wes. That is a very that's a topic I don't think we've touched on very much. We only got 2 goalkeepers. We're sending a Missa to, I believe it's Burton on loan. So if one of those 2 were to get hurt, we got to have an outfield player be a goalkeeper because we'll probably emergency call back a Missa, but yeah, it's interesting predicament. It's almost like they were listening to one me.
Oh, you think there's still a goalkeeper transfer happening?
Yeah, maybe
our like last loan slot, and you're like, yeah, goalkeeper.
Yeah, goalkeeper, the pencil man goalkeeper. But yeah, it's I really don't. I mean, I see it because you want him to get first team experience down lower leagues where he should be, but yeah, I don't know. It just puts us in a predicament if one of the keepers were to get injured,
Yeah, and perennial like bench / like third choice keeper Jake Eastwood at the beginning of the season, I think he went out on loan, or so he's not at the club either. So really, I have not looked down the depth chart of the keeper position at Sheffield United further than Jordan Amissa. So I have no idea who we have. I'm sure there's somebody in the organization, so you wouldn't have to necessarily
Stuart McCall or something. Jack Lester.
Yeah. right. Player manager. I'm sure Hecky could do a good job in goal. Right. He's stoic enough. He's got the composure, but no, I'm sure there is an opportunity that that should an emergency happen, knowing enough game time, I think we can get Jordan Amissa back or bring some other youth goalkeeper up just to ride on the bench.
I think, Scott just said Eastwood did come back. I did read that he came back, but I think he's going to go back on loan, I would imagine.
Okay. Well, then if that's the case, then maybe that's why. Maybe we wanted, Eastwood, you're back now. Amissa, it's your turn to get half the season out.
It might be something like that. This is a very interesting topic, non-United related, about the whole Greg Berhalter USA International. That's a sticky situation.
I'll say the skinny on that is Gio Reyna did not get a lot of game time. Come to find out, there was things between him and the coach Greg Berhalter, both before and during the World Cup, where Gio felt unfairly treated, saying that he wasn't going to get the game time. He apologized to the team, and then after the World Cup, Berhalter goes and does what was supposed to be off the record, talk of some variety, and demonstrated that this was all very premeditated, not playing Gio, et cetera, et cetera. And then apparently it's Gio's parents who were the ones who brought up this 31-year-old issue, which also come to find out, this was an interesting one. Gio's dad played with Greg Berhalter on the U.S. national team, and Gio's mom played in college with Greg Berhalter's wife.
Yeah.
So these two families go back more than 30 years.
Yeah, like they were like good friends.
And just to see it go down this way, it's heartbreaking, because this is an issue that should have been handled behind closed doors. Everybody moves on. Everybody's professional about it. And I think both sides haven't been. And it's really unfortunate having one of our best prospects and a national team manager who may not be the best or the most well-liked, but one who has certainly turned this team around compared to past managers. It's just an unfortunate situation overall.
Yeah. And it's probably going to end up costing Berhalter his job, because they'll probably force him to step down. And then it'll just, good thing they don't have to jump. They don't have to qualify for the next World Cup because we're already in, because we're a host nation. And it could be a very, very rough go of it for the U.S. men's national team.
I was just listening in, and I don't know how we got on this subject right here, but it's France level drama at the U.S. men's national team.
Oh yeah.
I'd probably I don't think so. I'm just going to say that right there.
I don't think so either.
But they do have a lot of international stars, but 95% of them love to get hurt. But
it depends on the ref. That's my thing. The U.S. players, if you watch them in every league, Pulisic, Sargent, we love to go down. We love to draw a foul.
Oh yeah.
That is our thing. And then the U.S. isn't good from set pieces, so I could see maybe the national team nicking it 1-0 if the Blades have a no McBurney or Ndai has an off game or something, but that's about it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting to see what happens coming up.
More like boggin and a water, Michael. It's a bit early for a pie at a pint. It's only 8:00 on the dot here in Los Angeles.
Hey, it's 11 o'clock somewhere.
Yep, it's 11:00 a.m. in Robert's time zone. So I am about an hour and a half away from having a beer myself.
So let's go around the ground really fast and
this would be cool.
See how
this
the other
would be cool. Wilder as U.S. coach. Oh my God, he'd be fired before he even got the job. They can his ass.
Just picture old Tim Ream and Aaron Long as overlapping center backs. I'm telling you, man, that's the future.
Oh man, that would be awesome. Oh man, that would be fun. Whew.
So around the grounds here, Shrewsbury and Sunderland are drawn 0-0 at half. Fulham are beating Hull. Ipswich up 1-0 on Rotherham. Borough are losing to Brighton Hove Albion. And we talked about a possible cup set here. Chesterfield are beating West Brom 3-2 at the half, 5 goals before the half. So that's impressive. Burnley beating Bournemouth 3-1. Accrington Stanley beating Bournemouth 1-0. Blackpool up 1-0 on Forest. Fleetwood Town and QPR are drawn 1-1. Earlier, Southampton beat Crystal Palace and Tottenham beat Pompey 1-0. So possible cup sets there. Definitely interesting. Hopefully, the only other real result that I care about today is I hope Newcastle absolutely smash the Pigs.
Yes. Oh, Johnny's back. Johnny, yeah, we know, Burnley are beating, we know, greatest side ever assembled. Gonna win.
You're with us for an FA Cup match. That's commitment,
Johnny's here
man.
all the time now. Yeah. Yeah,
Johnny. I think Johnny's a closet United fan. He has to be.
You never know. Yeah, Johnny. As we forgot the second half was going to start. Oh, you gotta love it. Are you not underway, Noah?
Yeah, just underway here.
Oh, okay. Whoa. Is the clock right on your end this time?
Yes, it is. More or less.
Did you hear the snafu we had on Noah's end to where he was 8 minutes behind the clock that I was watching?
I don't know, because on the stream it looked good. So
yeah, I didn't know.
I should have taken a picture of it. It was kind of laughable.
Yeah, that was I didn't know how we got don't know how we got here on that one, but welcome. Yes. Oh, Johnny, this is such a lie. I ain't a chef. Oh, you're just in here just to be in here. We know Burnley's gonna.
We planted him in there to like boost the chats and the numbers and the conversations, the interactions.
Yeah. We know
he thinks the lady doth protest too much. A little Shakespeare there for you.
We know Burnley are going to win the FA Cup, Johnny. We know I don't even know why they're playing the competition.
Here come Millwall on the ball. It's George Honeyman now. They're in the attacking half. It's out on the right-hand side from their attacking perspective. And Illiman and Jai, great steal. Tries to feed Jebo, but he ends up giving it back to Millwall. Honeyman over now to Saville. Saville, does he draw the foul? No, he does not. Illiman and Jai and Enda Stevens boots it off of a Millwall player, and it is out for a throw-in for United. Quick start, though.
Yeah, it kind of snuck up on me. I was we were interested in so many other topics than halftime, and then you look over and the boys are ready to go. I'm like, oh, damn, we forgot to start the clock for the second half. But yeah, hopefully we come out and shut up shop and put the kids on and let the kids play around a little bit.
That certainly is the hope.
Well, I'm gonna leave you guys because I'm like about 8 to 10 seconds behind you, and I don't want to have to change my setup and all that jazz. So
Okay.
enjoy the second half. I will be in the chat, folks. Remember, like the stream, subscribe to the Chef United Way. Let's go see some more goals.
Yep.
And if you want to follow, have a good one, Captain Casa.
Yep.
And if you want to follow Chad and myself, our podcast, The Red Half of Sheffield, on Facebook, it's at The Red Half of Sheffield. On Twitter, it's at Red Sheffield. And we regularly do match reviews, match previews, talk team news, general news, obviously in the transfer window. Hopefully we do a little bit of business, but yeah, definitely check out the pod if you're not regularly subscribed to The Red Half of Sheffield. United with the ball now in our end. Jackie Longthrow promptly gives the ball back to McNamara, and Millwall take a shot. It goes just to the left. That was, who was that?
Your deflection.
Fleming, who is just on at the half. It looks like they did make a substitution at the half, and Fleming, it just went to the left.
Did it take a deflection? It looked like it did. No, maybe not. It didn't.
No,
it looked from the
ran clean through there.
Yeah, it looked like it took a deflection off one of our defenders, but no, apparently it didn't. But yeah, started a little bit slower, right?
Yeah. I mean, it was initially a quick start, but yeah. Millwall on the ball again here. Look for them to come, really try to attack here in the second half. But United have won the ball back. It's McAtee playing for Jebo. Jebo in a ton of space here into the box. Jebo with a cross, and it runs through, and Enda Stevens cannot get on it, and it'll go out for a Millwall throw in here.
One thing about that build-up play, that ball to Jebo just took so much time for him to get there. That if it would have been on him, I think he would have been able to run in on goal and not let the cavalry from Millwall and all their defending players get back and kind of stifle that one out, snuff that one out a little bit.
Yeah. Millwall with the throw in here. It's played back for Honeyman, and United have won a corner. I'm sorry, a throw in our attacking end. It's played promptly for Tommy Doyle. Doyle letting the ball run. Tries to play a pass for Bogle. Great ball for Bogle here. Bogle into the box. Tries a cross. Norwood coming in on it. It's out for Stevens. Njaye now. Njaye. Oh, he plays it for McAtee, who tries to get it back to him. Doesn't work out. And Millwall have won the ball back and clear down pitch for Egan. I'm sorry, is that Egan? Yeah, it was Egan. Norwood on it now. And here's Basham. Back for Egan. Back to Basham for Egan again. I mean, this is what we want to do. If we can just hang on to the ball.
Yeah, it's just kind of like we're just passing around like we were doing for some parts of
look at Jebison. Gets away from two, but cannot get to the byline in order to get in a good crossing position. But United have won a corner. But an excellent bit of skill there from Daniel Jebison to get away from two men.
Is it a corner or a throw-in?
Sorry, a throw-in. I apologize.
Oh, because I didn't know if it went over the line when that Millwall defender carried the ball before he put it back in play.
Tommy Doyle on the ball now. It's played to absolutely nobody. But United have won it. It's Jaden Bogle now on it. Bogle in some space, and it's taken away from him by a Millwall defender. And then Norwood fouls Hutchinson, and it is a Millwall free kick.
Yeah, I mean,
you know what? I'm fine with this, though. I mean, if this is how the second half goes, totally fine with it.
Yeah, me too. I'll take this box to box, few chances here, odds and ends there, not really worrying our goalkeeper, and just see this one out, guys.
Absolutely.
A question I want to ask Chat Row. This is kind of off, a little off the script here. Put in your current favorite United player. I want to see who's the most popular Chat Row. No, who's your current favorite United player?
Oof. I mean, it's got to be Iliman and Jaye.
Okay.
He's just phenomenal. He's like one of the best players I've ever seen in a United shirt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
if not the best.
I hear you. I mean, I like. I'm shaded more towards the defenders. So, and he's been a favorite of mine for a while. Egan,
John Egan. All right.
Yep, Johnny
like
Squarehead, Wrigley chewing gum, John Egan.
Wrigley chewing gum.
Yep, they mentioned that on Tufty Club.
Oh, really? Okay. I don't think I've ever heard that to describe him. Maybe I just haven't listened to the most recent episode of Tufty Club yet. Millwall with the ball now at the top of the box. Ball played in for McNamara, and a good grab there from Davies on the cross. A lot of people are saying Anel, Norwood, McAtee.
And
heartbreak at the end of the season for you, Sean, when he goes back to City. Norwood, McBurney, all good shouts, all great shouts there. Iliman and Jaye for my money. I mean, he's just a pleasure to watch every game. He does something every single game that'll make you go wow. Yeah, he has that wow factor.
Yep, that is it. And because the reason that question got brought up is a guy at work. He really subscribes to the Panini trading cards, and yesterday he handed me a John Egan trading card from when we were in the Prem, and I was like, "Oh yeah, wow, this is so cool." And he's like, "I've opened a bunch of these soccer packs, as he calls them," and he says, "I have never seen a Sheffield United player, so I knew I had to give it to you." I was like, "Dude, this is cool," so I put it on my desk. It's pretty cool.
Here's Jackie Longthrow with the ball now. He passes to McAtee out on the left. McAtee plays for Norwood. Norwood into Jebison, but it falls back to Norwood here. And I guess it was a foul on Jaden Bogle there. Interesting little sequence there. I thought Bogle was fouled right there.
There was a lot going on in that little, I don't know, what would you say?
It just kind of ping-ponged around.
Yeah.
And it ended up being Bogle fouling Saville there.
Yeah.
McNamara on the ball now, trying to drive down the right-hand side. The ball is switched. They switch the play out to the left. It's Wallace now with it. And good cross comes in, and Davies, good grab. Davies, solid goalkeeping tonight.
Yeah, he's been good in between the pipes. When he's been called upon, he's answered the questions and answered the bell. That's all you can ask for in our second team goalkeeper.
Yeah, Bennett played a really, really good ball, looking for their striker. But yeah,
if Volkswagen would have been in front of Davies, that's probably a goal because that was a very good cross in.
Yep, definitely a dangerous cross. I think there's only one answer to this question for me, and I mean that's Victor Gyökeres. He's probably one of the best strikers in the league, if not the best striker. And
I'm a little biased.
Yeah,
I'm a little biased, but I'd say Ross Stewart. He's pretty good. He's a really good striker, and he's coming into his own at Sunderland. I've watched him play enough. Yeah, Ross Stewart.
United have given the ball away. They tried to play a long ball there on the counterattack, but Egan with some good defending. And Tommy Doyle on the ball now. He plays it over to Norwood. Norwood for Bogle, who's, man, he had him all. He had his man all over him. He does win a free kick.
Yeah. I was waiting for that foul. I was like, man, he's being wrestled to the ground.
Yeah, exactly. United take it quickly, and McAtee gives the ball away, and Honeyman plays it to absolutely nobody for Millwall, and Egan passes over for Norwood. Norwood over to Basham on the right-hand side. Here's Bash, plays for Bogle, over to Norwood. Norwood, Tommy Doyle now. Doyle, it looked like it was going to be a good ball for Enda Stevens out on the left-hand side, but Stevens looks a step off in this game. Just a step off.
Yeah. That's he has looked a step off, and it's almost like he's done that a couple of times when he started in the league this year.
Yeah.
So it's almost like he's lost a step or two too.
Enda Stevens with the ball now. Speaking of him, and he passes to Norwood. Norwood with a good pass to Bogle out on the right-hand side. Bogle with it now. Here comes Bogle, still with it. He passes out on the left to Stevens. Stevens plays in Robinson on the overlap, and United have won a corner out of it. And we will see Tommy Doyle take this one.
Is Millwall going to make their changes now or no? Because it looked like there were going to be a wholesale changes at substitution. I don't know who was coming in, but they briefly showed at least 2 or 3 Millwall players getting warmed up or getting undressed, getting ready to come out for them.
Here comes the corner. It's played short to Illiman Njaya. Illiman Njaya back to Tommy Doyle, and it takes a great save in order to keep that one out by the Millwall keeper.
That was well worked.
Norwood ping into the box, headed by Jebison just over the bar, and it is a goal kick for Millwall. Oof. But I want to see that Doyle chance back because Bukowski, just was able to get a hand to it or 2 hands to it. And now the substitutions will come. They're making 3 substitutions. It looks like they're bringing on some of their younger players. And I have no clue who they're bringing on because they don't have any graphics to show who's coming on and who's going off. Looks like 14. I can't see who that is.
It should pop up as soon
Bennett
as
is coming off. Essay is coming on. Yeah. So Millwall, they've made 4 out of 5 changes at this point. And they're hoping that their luck will change here.
Yeah, hopefully they can instill something. Ooh, wow, that was a bad play out of the back there by their goalkeeper.
Great from Basham, coming all the way over and doing the job, putting the ball out of play as Shackleton, I think, was trying to get in there, and it is a United throw in. So,
yeah,
Jackie long throw.
I wonder when we're going to see any changes as they confirm your boy went off. George Honeyman went off.
Oh, Illiman Njaya, great ball for Bogle. Bogle with it. Bogle back to Njaya. Njaya with a shot, but it is blocked. Bogle back on it now. Good bit of skill from Jaden Bogle. Yeah, Bogle now plays for Doyle.
That was a good shot. It was going in if it wasn't blocked, obviously.
Yeah. Here's Bash now for Norwood. Doyle now back for Norwood. Ping down the right-hand side for Jaden Bogle. Bash plays it out of play, and it is a Millwall throw-in.
They did put Cooper on, so 3 goals incoming in the last 29 minutes.
Cooper hat trick.
Yep, second half hat trick, inside a 30-minute hat trick.
United are probably about to make changes. They did show Hecky and Stuart McCall there.
I think were those United players that took off down the touchline and went to warm up. I didn't see them. I was more focused on what was going on. But
I'm pretty sure.
There was a whole host of them that took off and started warming up. So, Probably give it another 5-10 minutes or all the way to the 89th minute, and we'll put them on.
Ball played downfield, and Egan heads it out. Yeah, it's the second half's been a little bit more cagey than the first half, I think. They had started and got a little bit more possession as soon as we got our second goal, but at this point, it's just been a little bit more back and forth and not a ton of chances.
Yeah, no, I would agree with you on that one.
You take Illiman and Jaya off right now, Chad?
Yep, I am.
Yeah.
I mean, it's probably our only avenue to get another goal, honestly, is through him. But 2-0 up, start thinking about getting him rest and not injuring him.
Yeah. Who do you bring on for Njai is the question.
I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see because I would like to think Hecky's probably going to take him off to see who he puts on. Cool Bali, does he play in that spot? Marsh? I don't.
Well, I think you can put McAtee kind of in that spot a little bit.
You could.
In the classic Duffy role.
Mm-hmm. True.
But that we'd have to bring on another striker.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
Maybe you bring Marsh on, and then you kind of play. I don't know. I feel like maybe you play a little bit more defensively, considering we've got a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, I like to think I don't see us throwing this away. Knock on wood. But I mean, in the case that we did, because we made changes and took them off, and Millwall just took advantage of them, I could also see that happening. Anything could happen.
Yeah.
But
goal kick for United here. And I said 65 minutes, so we'll see if Hecky, makes that early substitution, because that's an early substitution for him.
I'll take 89, or I'll take 90 in 4 minutes and 45 seconds of 5 minutes, and we put 5 players on.
To get 15 seconds?
Yep, get 15 seconds, blow the full-time whistle. But, oh, man, we got the kids in that one.
Millwall with the ball now. Good defensively there from Jackie Long throw. And they've played it back here. Millwall on the ball. I can't tell who's who at this point, unfortunately. Ball played over on the left-hand side. And Millwall are just kind of playing it around in their end. That was Essay there. Cresswell now with the long ball, looking for McNamara, but it's headed out by Jackie Long throw. McNamara to take this throw in. I do quite like him. McNamara. I think he's played every time I've seen him play, he's looked halfway decent.
Yeah. No, I mean, he looks a good player. But I mean, Millwall, to be fair, they're not a bad side.
No, not at all. And their position in the league is reflective of that. We've just taken our chances in this game,
I just wish this was a league game and not an FA Cup game, because we'd be getting 3 more points.
I'm inclined to agree with you.
Yep.
Bogle heads the ball, looking for Jebison. Jebison going to get on this ball? No.
Looks like it's absolutely downpouring there.
Yeah, it does. It's like pissing down there.
I mean, yeah, because the floodlights have picked it up, and it just looks like it's a driving rain, wind blowing, everything.
Jebo looks pretty good, I have to say. He showed a bit of skill here in the second half to get away from 2 down to the byline in a good crossing position. Just wasn't able to get a cross in. But, he's had a good performance. This is probably his best performance of the season from Jebo, would you say?
Yeah. In leading up to this, this is the most minutes he's played all season.
Right. Absolutely.
Usually had about 15, 20-minute cameos. That's about it.
Millwall on the ball. They have won a throw-in on the right-hand side. It'll be McNamara to take it. Back for Cresswell here. And it goes out for a United throw-in.
I'll take it. I'll take it. The players kind of keep looking to the side, to the touchline to see if the Blades are going to make some changes. I've had my eye on Illman, and he's been looking over at like Hecky and them saying, "Are we going to make a change? We're going to make a change. We're going to make a change."
Hey, boss, I'm ready to come off.
Yeah, I'm ready to come off. I don't want to play.
We're doing
it's
all right
raining out here. It's cold. I just want to be snuggled up with a coat, a jacket on the bench with my blanket, and go to sleep.
So just like it says there, if you haven't done so, please do not forget to like the video and obviously subscribe to the Chef United Way for more fantastic Sheffield United content and championship content, as well as they do the score prediction on a weekly basis. That's always a fun video as corner comes in, and United have dealt with that handily. We've now crossed after 65 minutes, which was when I said that United were going to make the subs. Obviously, that has not come. So clearly, Hecky thinks the side that is out there is doing decently, and he doesn't want to make any changes.
Don't know why, though.
I mean, look, to his credit, he doesn't make changes for change's sake. So
yes, that's very true. The whole thing is we're all going to be up in arms when the first big name player goes down with an injury and he's out for like 3 weeks. And you're like, well, we should have took him off. And you know how Blade supporters are. Well, we should have took him off. Yep. I don't know. He's just running around there, blah, blah, blah. Game was in hand type deal.
Absolutely. United putting on good pressure here on Millwall, who have the ball. Ball played for SA here and all the way back to the keeper. Jebo putting the pressure on, and Jaye with good pressure as well. Yeah, I mean, this is what you like to see. 2-0 up, still pressing. Although that has made us a little vulnerable at the back. Davies comes out for that and clears it downfield. And United have won a throw-in. And here come the changes. Sandra Bedgay and Billy Sharp. And I'm assuming
interesting.
That is interesting.
I'm
assuming it's for Illiman and Jaye and Daniel Jebison. But yeah, you would have thought that the kids would get some minutes, but nope. Billy Sharp and Sandra Bedgay.
And Sanders been so far off in the last 3 or 4 games. I mentioned during the pod I wouldn't play him for the next 5, just to give him a little bit of a rest and give him a little ego check. But I thought we were making wholesale changes. No, it's only the 2. Jebo with the goal and Illman. I mean, 2 of our, what would you say, our creative guys. The most creative guy on the pitch and Dye. And then, Jebo reaped the benefits from good play. He played well, too. So, man of the match performance by Illman and Dye.
Absolutely. Bogle with it now out on the right-hand side. Bogle trying to drive it into space. Bedgay plays it for Billy Sharp in the box. Billy Sharp, and it's Bogle. Oh, Bogle, a shot from like 3 yards out, and the keeper
he didn't get all of it.
He didn't get all of it. But instantly, both substitutions, Bedgay and Billy Sharp, making an impact. So maybe Hecky does know what he's doing there.
Yeah, I mean,
never a doubt in my mind that Hecky knows what he's doing. Ooh, harsh foul there by Jaden Bogle.
He'll probably go in the book, or no?
Maybe. Not sure.
I would agree with Scott with this. I bring the kids on the day out. Yeah, I mean, fair enough. But I mean, to be honest, we got 19 minutes left, so I would assume some of the kids will get in,
if not for just 10 minutes.
Yeah.
No, VAR is not being utilized. I think
it's some of the grounds. I think some of the grounds.
The Prem clubs have it. I'm not sure if this game had been played at Bramall Lane, would that have meant? Because we
I
did
don't
have
think
a setup for VAR.
I don't think, because none of the only way it comes into use is if a Premier League club's involved, I think.
Oh
is the
my
rule.
goodness. Wow. Volkshammer
Whoa.
had a
Fan
great
on that one.
opportunity, and yeah, he just put it to the left of goal. United kind of get away with one there. Like, we had 4 opportunities to clear the ball. Stevens, Egan, and Jackie Longthrow all had opportunities to clear the ball, and it goes out to the left for a goal kick for United. But yeah, asking some questions there. Need to be a little bit better with the ball and make that that first clearance. And Simon, you're absolutely right. Schoolboy defending right there. We did dodge a bullet.
Yeah. Definitely did. Could have pulled one back, and then it certainly makes the game on. But if for some reason the wheels come completely off and we blow a 2-goal lead, I hope one of these teams scores so it doesn't have to go to a replay. That's the only thing at this point of the game I do not want to happen.
Why are you even talking about that, Chad?
Well, you know, you never know. You never know. But, oh, wow, Blackpool's hammering Forest. I don't think Forest are really worried about making a cup run this year. They're worried about Premier League.
Great ball to Billy Sharp. And he takes the shot, but the defender is there. Oh my goodness. What a ball down pitch from Ollie Norwood. Or no, sorry, that was Stevens. That was Stevens.
It was Stevens?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Billy Sharp gets around the keeper and just can't find the back of the net. That's when he scores like 2 or 3 years ago.
Whoa. There we go.
Nicholas Cook, thank you so much. We really appreciate it, mate. What a contribution.
Wow.
We really appreciate that.
Yeah,
brilliant.
That is that goes a long way. Very appreciated. Wow.
Here's Tommy Doyle with the corner in the box, and goes to initially absolutely nobody, but Norwood just kind of hits it over the bar. So once again, Nicholas Cook, thank you so much.
I think I saw where the Blade supporters are sitting. They're sitting up behind the Millwall goal now in the second tier. You can vaguely see them right there on the camera angle right now before they take this goal kick. I didn't see them because I didn't know where they were sitting.
Yeah, they do the they do like the inverse of what United do.
For
Instead their away end.
Lower, they have them. It makes sense.
Millwall now play the ball back to the keeper. Good 1-2 there from Millwall. Plays out on the right hand, or I should say left hand side now. And is that Essay with the ball? No, that is Burry with the ball. And good defending there from Chris Basham. I think this is how it's going to be for the rest of the game, to be honest with you. I think they're going to attack. We're going to deal with it and
lump it forward.
Just kind of see the game out at this point.
Yeah, I think that's what's going to happen. It's kind of been going that way. I mean, the Bogle chance aside, it's kind of been like that most of this second half, honestly. It's kind of just been us seeing it out, absorbing the pressure and seeing it out. But, I think you're pretty much right how it's going to finish.
I didn't notice that typo until right now. See that?
What?
There's 2 L's in Millwall, mate.
Oh, and I only put 1. Yeah, typo.
This is what happens when we let Chad do the banners.
Yeah, true.
Millwall just had a chance. They're making their final substitution here. It's McNamara coming off. And I can't see who it is. Is that Mitchell? No. I think it's Evans. So, George Evans coming on for Dan McNamara. Their final substitution of the game. But don't think it's going to be enough for them, unfortunately, for the Millwall supporters here.
Come on, Hecky, just make a couple more. That's all their subs for Millwall, correct? That's 5.
I think they've had 3 substitution periods.
Okay.
They've made 4 subs in actuality, but I think that's all the subs that they can make in this game. I'm relatively certain.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
This is an interesting take from Captain Casa. Jebo for 70 and Sharp for 20. Well, I mean, we'll see that. But the thing is like to this point, last few games, Sharp had been the hot foot. You know, he'd scored twice in as many games, and yeah. So I mean, I agreed. I think we should give Jebo more of an opportunity than we have to this point, especially to start.
Yeah, and then what happens when McBurney comes back? Obviously, he doesn't slot right back into the side.
But he definitely gets substitutions.
He'll get minutes. Yeah, he'll get minutes. Yeah.
Millwall have a free kick from, about the halfway line. And standing over it is Saville, and he'll try to put it into the mix. And not a good free kick at all, as United deal with that comfortably.
Yeah, it was horrible.
Millwall back on the ball now. It's Cresswell. Out for Saville. They're trying to find anything, any way through this United defense, and they're just not finding a way through. So, this is what we said. We're just dealing with it,
Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah. This is very true too, with McBurney's contract being up this summer.
I think, obviously it's completely going to be predicated upon, if/when we do go up, do we keep McBurney? Do we sign him to a little bit of less of a contract than he was signed to previously? If he comes and in the second half of the season gets another 9 goals, you definitely sign him again.
Yeah, 100%.
When we go up into the Prem, if we do go up into the Prem. But yeah, I still think we're going to need another striker regardless.
I think if we go up, we're going to need a couple more, because I think you're going to play McBurney will probably be second fiddle, honestly, to whoever we can bring in, because unless he can prove, unless he does kind of like a Mitro. The first time Mitro went up with Fulham, they didn't really play him, and now they're playing him, and he's performing at his best. He's performing better than the first time he was there.
Yep. Yeah, I don't know. At this point, we'll see. I mean, because he's not quite reached the heights of that. What did he get? 20 goals that one season for Swansea?
Yeah, and the whole thing is I've seen McBurney grow up a lot. He has done a little bit of growing up, or a lot of growing up in the last couple of years, because you can see he was very immature with the old always getting busted for beating the hell out of somebody. So I'm curious to see if we do give him that chance and he goes up with us, can he take advantage of it?
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean him being injured consistently is a problem as well.
It's true. Because if he probably doesn't get hurt and have the hernia and then re-aggravate the ankle injury, what do you say? He's probably going to score at least 15 to 17 goals this year.
Yeah, I mean, look, there's still an opportunity, because keep in mind that
he's on
he has
now?
I think he's on 9, and he has, I think, the most goals per fewest minutes played in the championship. I'm pretty sure his goals per minute, or number of minutes per goal. Great run here. It's dummied. Stevens again is fouled in the box, but the referee says no. He was absolutely fouled, Stevens, in the box. That is a bang-on penalty.
Yeah, that should have been a pen. Yep, that's a pen.
At 2-0, though, I don't think we're ever going to get that call.
No.
But who was that drove to the byline? Was that Berge?
I couldn't see because it was so far away. Who drove the ball all the way in, and then they dummied it perfect in the box.
Yeah, too bad there was nobody there.
Yeah, exactly.
Brilliant from Bash to win the ball back.
Stevens got
You know,
absolutely clattered through and taken
yeah.
out.
Yep. Agreed. I agree, Simon. We definitely should have scored there. It's how we didn't is beyond me.
Yeah. Ooh.
Davies now plays it to Doyle. Doyle out on the left to Stevens. Stevens plays a good ball into space for McAtee. McAtee now just loses out there. It was a good run by McAtee and a good ball by Stevens as well. And Millwall are back on the ball now. Really poor pass. And now Sharp on it. McAtee. Sharp. Doyle. Doyle back to Stevens. Stevens up to Doyle here. Doyle over for Norwood. Really dangerous pass there from Jackie Long throw. Lucky we were able to get on that there.
It's just teaming down there. Jesus.
Yeah. Crazy. This has been a consistent debate, not just on this channel, but among United supporters. How do you pronounce Sander Berger's name? I say Berge or Berger, but I was going based on, for a while, I was going based on the pronunciation in FIFA. In FIFA, they say Berge. So.
Interesting.
I don't know.
I just say Sandy Barge.
There you go. Use the old Tufty Club trademark pronunciation there.
Yep.
Scott, yeah, I'm inclined to agree with you. You know, considering there's 5 minutes plus stoppage. Here come Millwall, though. I'm surprised we haven't made any substitutions. Yeah, it is absolutely, it's absolutely pissing down there.
I mean, it's blowing too. It looks miserable.
Yep. It's raining sideways. I have to say, I'm glad that I'm not there right now.
Yeah.
Hopefully in February it's not raining that hard.
Sideways. All the people look like ants. What's that? Oh man, Ollie Williams off of Family Guy. We're gonna go to Ollie Williams. Oh, Ollie, it's raining sideways. All the people look like ants.
I thought you were doing like Forrest Gump. Sometimes the rain looked like it was coming up from the ground.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh man. Are we gonna?
Yeah, absolutely a penalty on for that foul on Stevens.
Oh yeah, he went through the back of him. Come on.
Yeah, I know. I noticed they had that little cheering session out on the right who were just like jumping all game. I have to say it's pretty impressive.
Yeah. Baldock's on now. Okay. Baldock for Stevens.
Baldock for Stevens. Okay.
Yeah. All right. So not only did we just bait everybody in and thinking we were going to get the kids in, we're going to put all our outfield players that are going to play next Saturday.
Great ball from Sander Berger. Great ball. Here's Billy Sharp now on it. Sharp out on the left for McAtee. And they just let it run out there. I don't know why. That was interesting. Do you understand why he just let it run out?
I don't understand that. Did he think it was out on?
Maybe it was offside. Maybe he thought it was offside.
Yeah. That's probably what it is, because surely he wouldn't just let it run out. It probably had to be offsides.
That's a foul on Billy Sharp right there. Billy doing what he does best.
Sticking his old butt out there.
Yep. The cameras are so wet.
Oh, yeah.
They're absolutely covered in water. Yeah, this is interesting. I mean, they can't wait for full time, I bet.
Yeah, I bet. Well, there's been a bunch of subs. I was going to say, I bet there's probably not too much added time here.
Perhaps not. Maybe like 4 or 5 minutes tops.
If Millwall were to get a goal in the next like 2 minutes, maybe. But if not, I highly doubt they're going to put many minutes up on the on the board.
Yeah, that's a good point, Jiggly. There. Yeah, Bogle on a yellow, not worth it leaving him in. Just bring on Baldock and yeah. Well, is Bogle still on the pitch?
Yeah, he's still on there.
Oh. Yeah, I'd take him off and put who can play there? Koulibaly?
Anybody at this point. We just need a body out there to see the game out.
Yeah, agreed. Formation is kind of out the door at this point. 3 minutes left to go.
Yeah. God, I haven't seen it rain this hard for one of these games in a long time, man.
Yep. United have won a throw down the right-hand side. And it's to the point now, it's so thick, I can't even
see
the numbers.
Yeah, you can't make out the numbers on the back of the shirts. No, you can't. We should have had a kit class.
Bogle with it. Bogle, great skill. Here comes Bogle, puts the ball in, looking for Sharp, and it runs across the face of goal, and that is going to be out for a Millwall throw-in. And we are heading into the 90th minute here. We're in the 89th minute. And Millwall have a throw-in. Wow. Blackpool are beating Forest 4-0. Unbelievable.
Hell yeah.
You love to see it. You'll love to see it.
Yep. You love to see them lose. You love to see them lose. The only other game we have rooting interest in, and really I don't have any skin in the game, Newcastle, Wednesday. Hopefully I wish both teams could lose.
Millwall have a chance as SA, I think, drives into the box and takes a shot, but it goes way to the right. That's a good question. I want to know, is Morgan Gibbs-White playing in that game for Forest?
I will dial it up right now.
Here come the kids.
Yeah, with what did I say? The kids were coming on with no time left.
Yep, exactly. Hilarious.
Does not
Koulibaly for Tommy Doyle.
Interesting number,
and McAtee is off. And that is Brooks. Brooks has he played for us yet? Is this his first action that he's getting for the senior team, Brooks?
Yes, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
First touch is good. As he got it over to Baldock, who made an errant pass. And here come Millwall now into the midfield.
3 minutes ahead of time as well. Interesting number choice by Koulibaly, 17, going with a Didsy.
And Millwall have crossed the ball out of play. And looks like we're just going to comfortably see this out at this point.
Yep, I think that's what we're going to do. You march on to the fourth round draw. I think they'll come up. I believe there's a game on Monday. They'll have the draw shortly after that.
Lower tiered side at the Lane. That is my hope for the next draw.
Hopefully.
That would be great.
Or a big boy and we just thrash him 5-0. Yeah. I hope. Well, yeah. I hope a big side, Man City, Chelsea, one of them. We just beat them like a.
Well, then we can't. If we play Man City, we can't play Doyle or McAtee. So I hope we don't get Man City.
Well, yeah, it's fine.
I'll take Manchester United.
Yeah, or Tottenham or Liverpool. One of them just beat them 5, 6, 7-0. Just beat them like a drum.
There you go. At the Lane. That would be great.
Yeah, at the Lane. Yeah, at the Lane. Yep.
Here come Millwall. Ball goes into the box. Nothing doing. Out of play. We have limited the number of. How many shots have they had in this game? Only a handful,
many.
Really.
1 or 2, 3, 5, maybe tops.
I agree with this take, Aaron, just because of the amount of Americans who are going to be watching Sheffield United.
Yep.
because there's a whole host of Americans who watch every Wrexham game, at least the ones that are shown on ESPN Plus.
They're going to be on coming up in a half hour as well. They'll be on ESPN Plus, so it'll be a bunch of people tuned into it.
Man U away. All right.
I'd like to go to Boreham Wood away. Mighty United going to a National League side.
Again,
Captain Cuss.
Nicholas, thank you so much again.
You are the man.
Really, really appreciate it.
MVP of today. Oh, wind it up, boys.
We're just about 10 seconds away from full time here. Convincing win from United, and great job dealing comfortably with Millwall in the rain. Never really troubled. And this is without Anel Ahmed Hodzic, and that is full time, baby. Get in.
Get in 3-3. We don't get 3 points, of course, but we scored 2. I like it to be 3 points on the board. Noah Snyder, one half of the red half of Sheffield. Your thoughts on the match?
Good win. Always happy to win a cup game. Any game, happy to win. But man of the match for me, I'm going to have to say, once again, Iliman Ndiaye. The skill that he showed, I mean, you can't put a price on that, Like, he's a proper, $40 million or £40 million player for us. Yeah. And just got to enjoy him while we have him. It's been said time and time again. But yeah, he's been brilliant for us, hasn't he?
Yeah, he is. He's well worth whoever's going to come in and buy him and pay whatever for him.
In chat row, put in who you thought the man of the match was. I have a sneaking suspicion a lot of folks are going to say Ndiaye.
I'd say Jebo.
Jebo, yeah.
Because he got the goal. Not really. Yeah. I mean, this is his first opportunity.
Yeah, and we said this. We said that was going to be a confidence-building goal for Daniel Jebison, and hopefully he gets more in the goals, Yeah,
hopefully he does. Maybe he gets more opportunities,
Jiggly says Bogle. I thought Bogle had a good game for sure. Obviously getting the goal, showed bits of skill on the right-hand side. That right-hand side, I have to say, is pretty stacked for us. It's no wonder why we continue to attack from that position on a regular basis down the right wing.
It makes sense. Our team is improving, and I like the way we're going. Oh, the late show. Oh, little biased commentary. Sunderland just hit a walk-off to win against Shrewsbury 2-1. They were down 1-0, and they came all the way back to the lead 2-1. Looks like Luke O'Neill got the goal.
This isn't the Sunderland way. This is the Sheff United way, Chad.
I had to flip over now because the coverage ended for our game, so I was like, you might as well. Yeah, it was a well-taken goal as well. But, yeah, it was a good game. Good result. We didn't get, we got to see some of the kids very, 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 very late. But, it's good. We're on to the fourth round. We get another game where, depending on the opponent, we could see more of the kids, because I wonder if this is what I'm thinking. If, say, we were to get drawn against a top 6 club in England, Liverpool or Tottenham, whatever, say we were to get drawn against them, do we start a youthful lineup and just rest our players for that? Or do we put out and Dye and Sandy Barge and go with it if McBurney's healthy?
I think if we get drawn against a Prem club, you put the best club out, or you put the best side out that you can.
Yeah, that's true. I mean,
I think if we're drawn against, a lower league, an Accrington Stanley or a Boreham Wood, I don't know if that game is finished yet. But if we get drawn against a club or a Fleetwood Town, so I don't know. If it's not a great side that we're drawn against, then I don't think we put a strengthened one out there.
Yeah. No, no, I'm
We'll see.
inclined to agree with you, but I mean, obviously, only time will tell what we got, what we're gonna get. Brilliant from the
Yeah.
American Blades, as always. Thank you,
Thanks,
Michael,
Michael.
for that.
Appreciate it. I think the draw's what? It's Sunday or Monday?
I think it's Monday. I think there's a fixture that goes on Monday afternoon. Let's see, Monday. Yeah, Arsenal play Oxford United away from the Emirates. So I think the draw will be shortly after that game.
There's
Concludes.
there's no way that the Pigs beat Newcastle.
God, no, I don't
So
want to see that. And I think the fourth round, honestly, is midweek. It's either the fourth or fifth round is midweek of the FA Cup. Let's see. I can't go any further than where
around
it
the
was.
grounds really quickly. Looks like Chesterfield are going to pull it out against West Brom. Burnley beating Bournemouth away. Sunderland, as Chad indicated earlier, getting the late winner against Shrewsbury. Southampton beating Palace. Tottenham beat Pompey. Preston 3, Huddersfield 1, Reading 2, Watford 0, Leicester 1, Gillingham 0, Fulham 2, Hull 0, Ipswich 4, Rotherham 1, Brighton 5, Borough 1. Bournemouth and Accrington Stanley played to a draw. That will be replayed. As we mentioned previously, Blackpool 4, Nottingham Forest 1, and then Fleetwood Town beat QPR. And then coming up, Coventry against Wrexham at in just about a half an hour. Grimsby Town playing Burton Albion, Luton and Wigan, Brentford and West Ham, the Pigs and Newcastle, and Liverpool playing Wolves. Those are the rest of the fixtures. Apparently, West Brom have a late goal.
Yep, it's 3-3.
And it's likely that will be replayed. So, very interesting. A lot of FA Cup drama today. It's my favorite competition of the year. So I think that's going to wrap things up for us here at the Sheff United Way. Once again, my name is Noah Snyder. I'm joined, as always, by Chad Jarvis. Chad, where can the people find you on social media?
They can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at cjarvis_13.
And you can follow me, Noah Snyder, at Sunpuck on Instagram and at Nessman930 on Twitter. And if you haven't done so, please follow the Red Half of Sheffield, both on Twitter and on Facebook. It's on Twitter at Red Sheffield and on Facebook at the Red Half of Sheffield. It is likely we will get a podcast out about the game that just took place, a 2-0 win against Millwall. Tomorrow or Monday it should be out. But thank you all so much. Up the Blades. And enjoy the rest of your Saturday. We're out.